We all know the cliche, you don't bring a knife to a gunfight. And in this breaking story, Democrats, after 70 days of the second Trump administration, finally might be starting to listen, to play ball the way they do. You have to get in the ring and you actually have to get your nose bloodied and bloody it back. And that's the only way you're going to be able to push back against this administration and what they're trying to do. Because if you remotely don't recall some of what's occurred from then and now, in this breaking story I'm going to show you in a few seconds, finally, a congresswoman stands up and screams, this is what we might need to do. I'm going to show you that in a few seconds, but let's take a quick jump back and current to Mitch McConnell and J.D. Vance. Take a listen.
The only way to do all of those things is to put someone in the White House who won't veto any of these things.
I was shocked that former President Obama left so many vacancies and didn't try to fill those positions.
I'll tell you why. I was in charge of of what we did the last 2 years of the Obama administration.
I will give you full credit
On health care, that means we can and should propose and vote on straight repeal repeatedly.
The Trump administration says that judges don't have the authority to stop the administration's executive actions.
Democrats say the president is trying to get rid of a check on his powers.
I think it's safe to say there will not be hearings or votes. I think it is also safe to say the next president, whoever that may be, is going to be the person who chooses the next Supreme Court justice.
Judges have temporarily paused a number of President Donald Trump's executive orders, and Vice President J.D. Vance wrote judges aren't allowed to control the executive's legitimate power.
I agree wholeheartedly with Vice President J.D. Vance, my friend, because he's right.
Actually, Speaker Johnson, he's not right. We have three co-equal branches of government to keep somebody from being a damn dictator. And his executive power, the executive branch isn't an executive brushstroke of playing dictator. And for J.D. Vance to say something like, well, the president deserves to get what he wants, that's weird. I could have sworn, McConnell, you literally denied as a legislative norm Obama's right to even have a hearing for Merrick Garland. But this is the fight we're in, you guys, and you don't bring a knife to a gunfight. And finally, in this breaking story, listen to what Congresswoman Waters has finally said. Here it is.
If he wants to start looking so closely to find those who were born here and their parents were undocumented, maybe he ought to first look at Melania. We don't know whether or not her parents were documented, and maybe we'd better just take a look.
Remember, we had to listen for 12 years to Donald Trump still talk about birtherism and whether or not Obama was actually a legitimate American citizen who could run for the presidency. This is the inoculation that has gone on since 2015. And this is where we're at. And you can't talk sense into folks who just stand by Trump no matter what. So this is the fight you're in, guys. It's not about giving away your integrity or your principles, but for the love of crap balls, get in there, put some gloves on, and start really punching back against what's trying to be done. Listen, again, I'm all for disruption. I'm all for trimming down waste, fraud, and abuse where it's legitimate and taking out regulations where it's legitimate. But you do not do that, as the old joke goes. You don't kill a spider with a sledgehammer. And that's what's going on. So Democrats, pick up a flippin' sledgehammer and let's start getting in the same fight that they're playing, the same game they're playing. Okay? All right, y'all hang in there. Enjoy your lives. Always talk to those you agree with and those you don't. Stay frosty.